right, everybody. It is Paul Takeover Wednesday. And where's everybody left? All right. Let me get this off. Bam! Here we are. I got a bunch of people here. Oh man, we got people in here already. So y'all see my special guests. I don't know what that guy's doing here. But he slithered on in here. Well, I'd just like to welcome y'all to the giveaway show Wednesday. Carlos is not feeling very well, so y'all give a little shout out to him. He's not feeling very well, but I got a couple of guests here, like I said on Thursday. So I'll introduce everybody. We'll start with this guy. Y'all know this guy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Just here to give Carlos and Paul a hand.
Carlos ain't here.
Well, you're giving him a hand because he's not here. So we're giving him two hands. So hope he feels better soon. Yeah, he's been sick for a little while.
He's been sick for a while.
Yeah, he's been sick, but he's going on sabbatical. But yeah, he's been sick.
Yeah, and, hopefully he recovers soon.
And this guy gave away his position. He told everybody on damn Sunday what was going on, but here he is, my buddy, my road dog. What's going on?
There he is.
I'm just here to draw an audience for you, Paul.
You're gonna sing tonight. All right. Oh, okay. We'll be talking.
We've got one of each.
Don't give away the topic. Don't give away the topic.
Wow.
All right. So then we got this other guy, but he slithered on in here. But here he is, the Monday Hall guy.
All right.
He's got some good lighting too this time.
Oh man! Come on, man! You need to get some sun, man. I'm getting blinded over here, man.
I tried to get some sun this weekend, mowing the lawn. Looks like we got quite a few people in tonight. Great.
Yeah, we got it. Everybody's here. Yeah. Everybody's here for Edwin. They said.
Paul's got some great topics to talk about tonight.
Well, we got two topics we're going to talk about, and whatever the chat wants to talk about. But I got a couple of nice guys on here with me, and then the chat. So I'll do this. And I know everybody came to see me. It's Paul Takeover Wednesday. Just don't tell Carlos. Just keep it quiet.
Yeah, hopefully you're feeling better, Carlos.
But yeah, so where's my wrench? You got to talk to Carlos about that, Spidey girl. Who we got in here? We got Car Shop first in here. Thumbs up. Thank you, good sir. Jason D, good man. Jason Joe. D. I started almost on time, buddy. I had to get all these guys together. So I got Joe, got T-Bass, T-Bass, Carlos DLR, good guy. Jonathan, Neville Seats, JT, Sweaty Nation. Let's see what else we got. Joshy Craft. Oops. Rebecca.
What's up, Rebecca?
And then we got Chris. And I think got some more right here. Let's see what we got. Spidey girl, you got to talk to Carlos for the wrench. Oh, there you go.
No, don't.
Doris Tiger. What's up, bud? Comic Tracks. Who let Paul get the controls? Looking forward to the show.
He stole them.
It's a big question.
I just took it. And then we got Edwin Price. What's going on, buddy? Oh, look at that. He's saying, look what he's doing, man. He said, hello, Spidey girl. Hello.
That's right. I'm just answering.
Hello, Rebecca. Well, I tell you what.
I'm just answering our faithful chat people here. All
right. So we'll start off by talking about CBCS. Steve Borak announced that he is stepping down from CBCS. So I've been seeing on some forums that I go on, and a lot of people are not liking that because they're saying he's the backbone of CBCS and the credibility. So I'm gonna get my buddies here to give their input on it. And we'll start off with Mr. Strictly.
I'm actually very interested in this topic because we all know Steve Borak. He's been on he's been on Strictly Comics. He's been on New York Warriors. He's actually pretty
Yeah, he's doing a lot
on
of
the
interviews.
ground. Yeah, he's like on the ground type person, getting involved with the community.
And
But
what's that charity? The charity.
Yep, the charity auction.
Yeah,
Yep, he helped us out. He helped us out all 3 years, but he was more active in the
with those
first and second year.
grading.
Yep, he gave away grading tiers and stuff. But I think like I told you, the truth is going to come out in due time. I think that,
because he's going to my comic shop. He's going to be working there.
Yeah, he's just kind of playing it safe right now and being pretty vague about the reason. But if I were to guess and speculate, I think I would have to say I think my own personal reason is that CBCS is just so far behind CGC and they're not making any moves. They're like about 10 steps behind CGC, and you're constantly seeing private signing after private signing with big celebrities, big comic guests, and CBCS would have like one person for every 10 that CGC announces. And I think that he sees that Beckett is. I just don't think Beckett cares about comics because they make more money grading cards.
They're more
Yep,
cards.
they make more money, and a lot of people don't know this, but CGC's bread and butter is not grading comics; it's grading coins.
Right.
Yep, they make the most of their money grading coins than they do in their comic department. But that's just my guess. But like I said, the truth will come out in due time. But I just think the writing's on the wall, and I think he can just see that Beckett just doesn't want to back up CBCS in the direction that Borak wants it to go in, because Borak was the president of CBCS even after Beckett absorbed it.
Right.
And he just
they offer raw grading, they offer grading, they offer the signature verification. Yeah, so
and not just that, man, but the signature verification. We all saw a lot of us saw the video of somebody forging Stanley's signature, and it came back verified. That is not good, man. I mean, I mean, if that video is still up, that they really need to do something about that, because that is just not good. Because
it makes them look bad.
All
right, I appreciate it.
Hold on, man, I'm not done. I got like 30 more minutes, man.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm just playing. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Damn, okay, I'll leave it here. All right, now we're gonna go to my buddy. Y'all know him. Me and him are really good. Let's get his take on it. Go ahead, Mr. What? Don't wave.
First of all,
what are you doing? Don't wave.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
First of all, those of you that are familiar with me know I'm not a slab fan at all.
Mm-hmm.
But
speak of the devil.
I have a lot of slab books. I bought.
Sit up straight. Look who's here. Look who's
here.
I
typed that.
Oh, you did.
I forgot. Man. I forgot to put Edwin behind it. Sorry.
And I have dealt with slab books since getting in the comic book business. Well over 20 years ago in the store business when they were just starting out. And, it's very depressing, things like Strictly just brought up there, validating phony signatures and stuff like that. I mean, I've seen mistakes by all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I know CGC is everybody believes highly in CGC, but like I said, my 20 years of experience in dealing with them, when we sent books in when I was in the store business, we never knew how they were going to come back, and it just depends on who's grading them. I got royally screwed just a few weeks ago. I sent 2 books in. One came back a 9.4, one came back an 8.0, and the 8.0 was nicer than the 9.4. And we saw those things back I mean, 10 plus years ago. Yeah, 2010 stuff. I think one time at store we sent in a Hulk 181, a Amazing Spider-Man 121, and Amazing Spider-Man 129. They all came out of the same collection. They were all damn near perfect books. And sure enough, the Hulk 181 came back 9.4 white pages. The 121 came back 9.2 white pages. And for some unknown reason, the 129, which was as nice as either of them, came back a 7.0. So, you know,
Comic
that,
Tracks is asking, did they have graders notes?
yeah, they did. They did. And just like the, but they're fuzzy, and they don't really say anything. I mean, like the book I got back a few weeks ago that's an 8.0, it says that it has moderate tanning, spine wear, and tears to the cover. And none of those things exist on that book. None. And I've had other comic dealers look at it and check it out too. And before we sent it, we made sure that it was worthy. So they get these things screwed up a lot of times. I'm not sure that I even got the notes that were associated
Yeah, like
with
this.
my
That's what
book.
Strictly had said. He said forgery takes reputation out of the business.
Exactly. So what I'm going to end up doing on that, just one of these days when I get, feel like it, I'm going to bust that book out and
Right.
just keep it as a raw. And we've done that, like I said, throughout the business. We did that several times. A lot of times we'd find books that you could tell uh, were higher grade. And sometimes, to be honest, you'd find books that you were wondering, how the heck did this get this grade? I mean, it was
Comic
overgrade.
Tracks is saying maybe it got mixed up with another book during grading.
It could well have. But I've also seen my biggest gripe with CBCS right now, and this is the honest to God truth. Um, my LCS, the one I used to own, and the guy that I sold it to, um, we sent a pile of books off to them on Fast Track in April 2021. And so far, I sent 10 books, and so far, 2 of mine have come back, and the other 8 are unaccounted for. And it's not minor stuff. It's Hulk 180, it's Avengers 16, Daredevil
Damn.
7,
Wow.
Batman 251, Tales of
Batman 1?
251.
Oh, I knew there was a 2 in front of there. All right.
251, the Neil Adams one that's on fire right now. And
Right.
when I sent it off a year ago, one that was on
When it's on
fire,
fire.
uh, two, 20 Tales of Suspense 50, which was the first Mandarin. And now, like I said, while they've had it in their storage vault or whatever, the price on it's plummeted. But
Oh, that's a good
I've
idea.
never
Get
had, like I said, I
collector's
never had that problem
insurance
with CBCS before, and we'd sent a lot of stuff to
to
them.
'em.
I mean, I sent my Amazing Spider-Man to them, and they had it back within 2 months. That's my Amazing Spider-Man 1, and I they actually fixed a gross error that CGC made on. I had a Fantastic Four #4, which I still do. Sent it to CGC, and they sent it back as restored trimmed. And I knew the pedigree on that book, and I knew it had never been touched. And I got with some dealers. One other guy had one. We compared them; they were exactly the same. We measured, got on the internet to find out what the original
The
size of the books were,
yeah, the length
and
and width and all that.
right, and measured them up one side and down the other, down to the
Starscream
millimeter. And there was no trimming on that book at all. So
classic.
I sent it to CBCS,
Yeah, CBCS. Yeah.
sent it to CBCS, and sure enough, it came back 1/2 grade higher and no trimming. So they got that
Yeah,
one right.
I've heard a
But
couple of people say that they've gotten purple labels on stuff that was trimmed, and people have had them for a long time and said that that book has never been touched. And when they submit it back in, then it gets the blue label.
Exactly. And so,
Yeah.
like I said, CBCS fixed that error for me. But in the last year, like I said, keeping a person's books on fast track for 13 months is just
Right.
totally unacceptable. So
Well, you got to stop
that's my
sending them.
2 cents about all
You
of them.
just got to stop sending them on Strictly's account, man. It takes forever.
Hey, man.
But that's I've never been a fan of slabbed books anyway. I feel like
Right.
I can grade books as good as their graders can, and
Mhm.
I like to be able to take out, as you all have even seen, I like to be able to take my Amazing Fantasy out sometimes and just actually see
Yeah,
that it's still
people get
there.
nervous when you do that, but yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
but I do that with a lot of expensive books, and as long as you've got clean hands and take care of them, they're meant to be handled, and
Yeah.
it's not a big issue. But I've had my say there, but that's the way this guy feels
Yeah,
about it, having been in
I
the
understand.
business. And like I said, I was in business long before there was a CGC, and
Well,
so
one of the comic shops, Paul, Robert, he made a really good point. He said slab books are just like large baseball cards.
Sure.
And when he put it in that perspective, I was like, man, he's really right. I'm like, you can't open it. It takes up a lot of space,
I
and it
mean,
is like a
a
large
lot of
baseball
people
card.
grade the books because you get the most money out of
Value,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because if you sell it raw and we can go back and forth and say this is this grade or that grade, and you don't know how many people were going to handle the book, and then you don't know what happens to it after. But in there, it's supposed well originally it was supposed to be on eBay. You're watching out these guys now. You're seeing the grade and it's encapsulated, but some people have been messing with that as well.
yep,
But that's what it
yep,
was originally for eBay because people were worrying about buying it from JoJo, and you don't know what that book's coming at. But it's been
Mhm.
like that for since then. But I
the
mean, to me, I think people grade them because you get the most value out of it. You can't.
the last thing I'll say is that is a case like their big baseball cards, except at least on the baseball card you get the front and the back, and
Wow, this guy! Look at this guy. He says he had the most great experience with CGC. Omar. Okay,
Mhm.
well, let's go ahead, buddy. MT, you give us your take on it.
I'll just give a brief. I mean,
Thank you,
like,
Mr. Price.
when I
Huh?
first heard about it, you kind of get the impression of leaving a sinking ship for
Hey
sure.
man, you need to get some
Yeah.
sun, man. God.
And this is my take. A lot of times when they carry over leadership, when they buy out another company and they merge, they keep them on to have some continuity and give customer security and confidence, customer confidence. And
Mhm.
what I have a feeling is, see, here's the thing with CBS. They had a lot of stuff going for them. All right. They gave free
Right.
grader notes. They had the signature verification, like we talked about. They
Mhm.
had
Yeah,
lower
yeah.
rates, and they wouldn't get themselves a better label.
Yeah. See,
Yep.
that me and
Wouldn't get,
Strictly talked
Yep.
about that a few
I've
years ago.
been
I
telling them.
told yeah,
they,
and you
I even
admitted
sent in free
I
free
remember,
yeah,
examples, and
yeah.
they still weren't.
if they would have made a better label and they did improve their cases finally.
Well, the cases are better.
Yeah,
It's just
right.
their label sucks.
Yeah, they did make improvements on the cases because you can open the old cases. You can pull those right apart, the CBCS cases.
Steve
And
Borak, when they interviewed him a few times, he wanted the book accessible, but also because people were asking for like custom labels or this or that, different colors. But he was like, I just don't want to take away from the book, and I think that's killing him because a lot of
Yeah.
people, if your buyers
He's
want
trying to force his ideals
his
on other
beliefs, yeah,
people,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and you got to give the consumer what they want.
right. So my other take on this is happens commonly when they have leadership that leaves over after a merger, is that he had a vision for where things wanted to go. CGC got so backed up and everybody dumped their books into CBCS, and now they're way backed up, and they did not bring on more staff.
CBCS is a Toyota, CGC is on.
They didn't bring on more staff. I don't think they gave the guy the support that he wanted. They were more interested in other areas of their company and grading. And he kind of said, well, I'm not doing any good here. They're not listening to me. So I'm going to move to where maybe, I can actually be useful.
Well, I think like what
My
Strictly
take.
said, now that he's going to leave, he's going to be gone for a little bit. He may just come out and just say what's going on.
Oh, I'm sure that
I don't think he's going to say
there's
anything now.
disagreements. The other comment I want to make here, guys, is no industry is without fraud or is not without its flaws. So my take on the Stan Lee signature thing, I've heard this before. Somebody puts up a video. You have no idea if that's true the whole way through, number one. Number two, Stan Lee signed everything. He was going to Comic-Cons when they were dead.
Yeah, and then he was getting like really
And
sick and his signature got sloppy. Yeah.
There is more variation in Stan Lee's signature than anybody else. There's more Stan Lee signed comic books than anybody else signed a comic book. So there's so much variation. That is the easiest one to forge. All right. So I got to give them a grain of salt. If all we're talking about is somebody got away with one forged Stan Lee book, that's not enough.
No, I don't think he signed Stan Lee's signature. He signed somebody else's signature. I don't think it was Stan Lee. Was it Strictly?
No, it was Stan Lee. Stan Lee's signature holds the most value than any other signature.
So he
there.
forged the Stan Lee signature.
Yeah, he just kept practicing over and over on a piece of paper.
That's right. He made a video.
Then he just put it on I don't know what kind of book. I don't think it was an expensive book because you wouldn't want to take that risk anyways. Yeah.
But that's why a witnessed signature book will go for higher than a verified. But at the end,
the problem is that they changed the label now. It's not red. It's all the same color now.
Right. They look similar, right?
Yeah.
So that's my take. I don't have a whole lot to say about because I don't submit to CG or CBCS. I certainly own quite a few. I did one submission. That's it. I'm more of a CGC because I've been doing that since 2006. I could cry horror stories about CGC for an hour, but I think at the end of the day, you got to give these guys a grain of salt. If we want this to be around, I think it's valuable to the comic book industry to have a grading company. You have to give them a little bit of leeway. Do they make mistakes? Absolutely, they do. But same time, I think he's probably getting out at the right time. So hopefully they can turn it around because CGC needs competition. Competition is needed for there to be technological advancements in this. So, and PGX ain't going to haul the mail, or EGC. Is that the other one?
EGS. And that's a good point to bring up. PGX has been around a long time. We used to laugh at those back in the
You're going to get a bonus point submitting to PGX. Usually you'll get at least 1 point grade, but they don't carry the same value.
No, they shouldn't. But I have one sole data point on EGS. I bought an EGS book, and of course, all I can see is the front and back cover and everything. But I think it's graded spot on, and it had instead of grader's notes, it had an actual dissertation or analysis of everything about the book. And I mean, it wasn't just like light tanning this. I mean, they had like I said, it was like a novel written about it. So somebody had really gone over it, and it carried a signature with it by the final person that signed off on it. So I don't discount EGS. I haven't done much other than that, but I mean, one thing is just the data point. But two is a trend. I'm going to pick up another EGS book when I can find one and see how that it's graded. Because if they've got something going, I wouldn't mind getting in on it. But
that's really all I had to say about
So
that.
Carlos is asking, any of y'all tried EGS?
I did. I did on the one.
I mean, I tried any grading company once just to check it out. I mean, it's not going to like break your bank or anything.
No.
But, just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah,
They
I'd
have,
probably
yeah,
buy
because
one.
they have, Joe's right. They have custom slabs, and then they make the color to what you like, and
Oh,
it
really?
sometimes matches the book and or the title or whatever. Yeah, I've heard of that.
I just never see them
EGS.
for sale either. You know, they're rarely do I ever see them up for sale. So
You're right, and you can go search on eBay EGS and put parenthesis. I
Man, where
mean,
the
or
hell he
put
go? Where'd you go, Stu?
I'm here,
Okay,
man.
put
go ahead.
quotations
in the
around it
Twilight
and
Zone.
search, and you'll find a few EGS books on there. And like I said, I'm going to find one I need pretty soon, just so I'll have another data point. But um, that's and
Yeah,
Strictly
that's a
brought
good
up a
point.
very good point
That's a
earlier.
good point right here, though. He says, "Who was going to stop quitting submitting to CGC?
Nobody.
Nobody, really,
It
I
was
because
a
I
am
mean,
fear in the
you're
game.
getting
here.
what?
I'm
Raise
not
my hand.
submitting anywhere near the number. Nowhere near the
I
number.
mean, like the bigger books, you're going to submit them to get the most return. But I mean, I believe him. Omar's like
I've
nobody,
had them
but I
screw up a
guess
couple books. I
Not
have
me.
ones that I'm not going to trust them with. I'm not sending them my Avengers 8 right now.
I'm not.
I'm just not doing it.
I am not sending anything to CGC.
okay.
That
I
last
don't know. I don't know
experience
what
was
happened to
it.
Strictly, but you gonna do
So
the
we're
race
halfway
for
through
me?
here, Paul. Are we switching?
I'm here,
topics?
man.
Yeah. So this is gonna be my first giveaway for the night. So I'm offering these three for y'all to catch up on: Noctera, Department of Truth, and Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Good.
All of them will be for y'all.
Nice.
So we'll just
Awesome.
do that. Y'all put you know what? I ain't gonna do all that. He just put I'll put a starting line. Y'all put in, and we'll do the first race.
While they're
Thank
doing
y'all.
that, to follow up on something that Strictly said, the Beckett company is into cards because
Mm-hmm.
we used to send expensive magic cards to them, and they did it. They did a pretty fair job on those, as far as I can tell, and we've still got some of them. But I
There it
give them
is.
more credit. I give them more credit on the cards than I do the comics.
Yeah. So
There's a higher
y'all
turnaround on
y'all
grading
put
cards.
in, and
Omar
I
says
will.
I wasn't really a potential customer. Omar, I was sending them in 20 years ago when they started, buddy. I had 2 stores.
You're getting all of them strictly.
Oh, I thought you had it. Yeah, I can get it.
All right.
I am no longer a
Copy.
potential
We will
customer.
exit out. What the hell is? Okay. Well, me and you, Road Dog. It's just us, buddy. These
Okay,
guys have taken off.
we can
There he
handle.
is. Yeah, and thank y'all. Thank y'all. We got 30 people in here.
Oh
Plus,
man.
plus I got a good panel tonight. My buddies right here. So we just wanted to talk about that because we seen it today or yesterday, and
It's big
just
news.
give our
News
2
in the
cents.
industry.
And anybody's welcome to say in the chat, and we will discuss it. But once we do the race, then we'll talk about the She-Hulk trailer that was released. A lot of people gave some negative
Thoughts?
stuff about it, but we'll talk about that after this race.
Some of the CGC books you may run across were some I had slabbed because we opened the doors of the first store in August of
Yeah, I mean,
2001.
you got this that shows the old
Gen
label
1.
that tells you everything about what they do, the
And it had
company.
little small writing on it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you had this about all the stuff that they did, their little logos, and then you get the newer ones. They don't say anything.
No.
They don't say nothing.
Well,
But,
and
you
like
got
all the books that I submitted from 06 to 08, none of them have grader notes because they lost all the grader notes from that time period.
wow.
Let me answer Omar there. The worst experience started approximately 2010. Before that, it was acceptable. 2010 was when I think I mentioned sending the Hulk 181, the Amazing Spider-Man 121, and the Amazing Spider-Man 129 off. All of them approximately in the same grade, but one of them coming back a 7.0 and the others coming back 9.4 and 9.2. That's when we began to realize something was wrong.
I mean, you have like different. I've seen YouTube videos of how they handle books. It's an oh yeah, I have too, but you like with I don't even know he's doing a flashlight, burning the comics, but you you have like what MT was saying. You have two different grading companies, so you have that. If you get one and you feel that you've been shafted at this one, then you can just submit it, like you said, and go to the other one.
Go
So
try it.
I believe on what he said that more grading companies will make. It's supposed to be you get competition. You're supposed to step your game up instead of just letting these guys just I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. It's like no, you got to do.
Competition is always good.
It is.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm all ready. Y'all can see it on the screen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll have a snail race because my internet sucks. I need to get a plug and just plug it directly in. But I got everybody.
I sent you the AOL disc.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. I don't want to go back, but I got everybody's names in here. So let me see real quick. Can I? Nope. Anyways, all the names are in here. So we'll shuffle 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and here we go.
Appreciate that. Wow, this is like the slowest race ever.
I love this race. I love this.
Wow. This is
Someone ain't even moved yet.
I mean, damn. Come on. Somebody get the pencil. Somebody get the eraser. Wow. This is. Oh, man. Oh, Spidey Girl said, did you get her in there?
Ah, damn. I think I did. I might not have. Shoot. I thought I did.
Well, we're going to do one more at the end. So, I lost. Carlos DLR. Like, I lost.
Looks like Joshy Craft Josh.
Oh, okay. All right. Josh.
That's a new one.
A new one, yeah.
All right.
Joshy Craft Josh.
And I will be giving this to
Congratulations.
Joshy Craft Josh.
And while you're doing that, I'll say the last 2 books. I do mean the last 2. The last 2 books that I submitted to CGC, I did just recently because they were modern books, and I was thinking it would vastly increase the value of them, and that was
these
it.
are all yours. If you haven't read any of these, from like one of my
you know what I didn't get her.
Get all these image number 1.
Yeah, those are all hot series there, Paul.
I didn't get her in because all the names were
pick up the speed.
All the names were ended at Mr. JM. No other names were in. So they came in. They came in like after I already had the race all set. So my bad for not paying attention to an end line, but we can add. We can add Spider Girl twice, I guess.
If we do another race, if you put the hashtag in front of it, won't it automatically?
No, that's if you do a hashtag race. I don't.
That's a battery thing.
Yeah, because somebody has to have the hashtag race. Okay, well, we're sorry on that. We're still learning. But
it's Paul's fault.
Paul Takeover Wednesday. So I got my special guest here. I got 34 people in the chat. I appreciate it. We messed up, but I'm not perfect. But we're going to move on to the next topic, and we'll do another giveaway at the end. And if anybody wants to do one, they're more welcome to. But I will. We were going to talk about the She-Hulk trailer.
Yep.
And a lot of people said, A lot of people said that they didn't like it. The CGI was no good. I guess the plot of the story wasn't. It's Paul's fault. The plot of the story, they didn't like it, or they didn't like how she looked, but well, I want to get y'all's take on it. So we'll start with Strictly. Yeah, we'll start with Strictly.
It was, I don't know, man. I
Did you
really
watch the trailer as I instructed you to?
Yeah, I did my homework. I watched the trailer. It was okay. I mean, I'm not a fan of a lot of female characters, anyways. I don't think that they're money makers with those type of characters, but it was okay. I mean, I've never really cared about.
I agree with you,
She-Hulk.
Arms Way Chad. They're gonna fix it, but I was just saying
They
what
will.
people. I just was saying what people were saying about it. I'm gonna give it an opportunity when I watch it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It was. I think it's just going to be one of those things where I'm going to wait and see what trusted YouTubers have to say about it. I don't listen to shills. I'm going to listen to trusted people in the YouTube community, see what they have to say about it, and then make my decision from there whether or not I want to watch it or not. Because I do have Disney Plus, but yeah, I do have Disney Plus, but you know,
so watching the trailer, would you watch it since you have it? It's not gonna be a priority.
It's not gonna be a priority. You're not
gonna wait till the 2:00 to watch it or midnight or whatnot.
No. I still haven't seen the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
You're way back there.
I haven't seen. Yeah,
you didn't see Doctor Strange 2?
I haven't seen Scarlet Witch and Vision yet. I ain't seen that.
WandaVision.
Yeah, I just don't have time.
You didn't watch Doctor Strange 2?
Not yeah. I may watch that when it comes out on Disney
They
Plus.
all die at the end, so that's okay.
That's pretty much why I'd watch it, just to see how everybody gets taken out.
All right. Yep. Appreciate it, buddy. And we'll move on to my buddy right here. You watched it, didn't you? He's just looking at the camera.
Did you watch the trailer, Mr. Jackal?
You're up,
yes,
Mr. Jack.
I most certainly did.
About time, but
watch the trailer. And
all right, what was your take on it?
I don't have any problem with it. I think it's a movie that would be worth seeing. The only thing I didn't like about it, I thought She-Hulk, whatever, CGI or whatever they used with her, I thought it worked pretty good. I thought Bruce Banner.
In the comics, she's always like half of the time she's half power. Oh, okay, well, yeah, you're just gonna do that, huh?
But I'm saying, the scenes with the She-Hulk in it, buffed up, look realistic. I mean, you don't have to look like Lou Ferrigno to have tremendous strength. Spider-Man's a good example of that, and the fact of the matter is, the only thing that disappointed me, and it wouldn't keep me from seeing the movie, is the fact that I thought the Bruce Banner CGI stuff was terrible. But the star of this movie is the She-Hulk, and
she does go on the dating online site. You saw that, right?
Well, I did see. I saw where she carried the boyfriend off or whatever, and I saw
she didn't carry him off. She was about to get it on.
Well, she was carrying him.
The way y'all do it, y'all went to the back seat back then. Remember, y'all go to the back seat.
I remember those days, but
that's why the back seats of those old cars are messed up all the time.
I think it's a worthy movie just from the trailer. Now, like I said, you can't tell much from a minute and a half, but
it's a TV show. It's going to be on Disney Plus.
Okay. All right.
And I think it's going to be like 9 episodes, I think, or something like that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just looked at the trailer, and like I said, I don't. I've got to get out and see some more movies.
But Abomination, what did you think about him, and what did you think about?
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, that was the only glitch. I mean, that part was the only thing that bugged me. I thought it was so good, and I haven't seen that many movies at the theater of late. The last one I saw was actually the Spider-Man.
The bees in the jar, man. Bees in the jar. They're about to go bees in the jar.
Birds in the jar.
But I know the wife and I intend to go see Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And like I said, I enjoyed Spider-Man thoroughly, the last one, but I would not give a thumbs down to this series or whatever.
Oh, okay. I was kind of shocked. I thought you were gonna give it the biggest. I thought you were gonna give it the business. Okay. Well, we're gonna thank you, Mr. Price, and we're gonna move it on to Mr. MT. What you think about it, buddy?
Well, I will tell you this: that I am probably one of the.
Did you watch the trailer?
Absolutely, I did.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm also probably one of the few people who've actually read She-Hulk Volume 3, the bottom off the newsstand, which is what the show's based upon. So okay, that's the wrong volume, but that's all right.
That's the right volume. You told me about the damn scroll.
Volume 3. That's this one here. She-Hulk 22.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the variant.
Yeah, you seeing that, Mr. Price? Look at that. Boy.
This is going to be a key story in that series where
when she defends
Eros and the sexual assault.
Oh my gosh.
So here's the thing. I had low expectations about this show, right? Like most of these Marvel TV shows have been kind of more about the message than telling a good story.
It's the bees in the jar. The jar, they make honey.
In the jar. And so like especially after watching Moon Knight, where they like barely showed any of his CGI suit, I'm like, okay, so this is just going to be like a regular courtroom drama show, and occasionally they'll show She-Hulk. Well,
they're saying that Matt Murdock's supposed to be in there, and then you are right. She's supposed to be defending the superheroes, but they're saying mostly the supervillains, I think.
Okay, well, at any rate, that's what this series was kind of about. She's defending different supervillains and superheroes in this, and like, plus Greg Horn did the covers, so it was worth buying the set. This, even though the writing wasn't very good, the covers are phenomenal in this run. Worth buying just for the covers. But at any rate, I thought that this would be more of the same, probably 10 times worse. But I actually liked the trailer. I actually liked the trailer. The CGI didn't bother me one bit. I was actually pretty impressed by it. You got to realize they don't have the production budget of a full-length movie, right? They don't.
Right. I think they're going to introduce people, but they've always like put the shows with the movies. So he's always said that they're going to be connected.
Here's the other thing. And
that's what they did with WandaVision and Doctor Strange 2. Even though Strictly didn't watch it, it was the Darkhold and all that. You know, they included that in the movie.
And I made this point about the Jessica Jones series on Netflix. Not everything has to be written for me, right? You can write for different audiences. Like maybe this is written more for a female audience.
You made a good point, because when I watched the movie, they had like the people that were sitting by me. I would ask them, "Hey, do you read comics?" And all three, or almost the whole row that I interrogated, they were like, "We don't. We just watch the movies, so they have no idea where they get the content from." I guess they're trying to steer that way to get that audience. You know, us, we're gonna critique it. We're gonna the guys like, "What are you doing going in here with the light on your head in the comic book?" It's like, well, damn, I'm trying to make sure that this is the same thing as the comics, but I don't think they're gonna.
Because here's my take: is like they haven't done female superheroes a terrible amount of justice in the Marvel universe, unfortunately, right? And I'm really hoping that they get some better ones, I mean, Black Widow was excellent in the first couple movies for sure.
Right.
But they need one, and like I said, not everybody has to, or not every show has to be written for me, a diehard
comic book accurate, yeah,
and 40s, which is fine. But I still need to have those. Those need to exist.
You put in the
who spend money on the comics, who spend money on the toys, who spend money going to the theaters, If every movie is given the middle finger to people who read comics, then you know what I mean. The franchise is going to shrivel and die,
right.
like Star Wars kind of collapsed in on itself.
It's like do for them, but do also for the people
Right.
who are into the comics and all that. And that's not true, cause DLR. I do read.
Because here I was gonna actually not watch this show because I just feel like it was just gonna be too much about political cultural things, not telling a good story, and like I've had enough of that.
Which is why I'm cautious about watching anything Disney puts out now.
And women running the world. They don't run nothing. The men do.
Because like so much of it is like they just shoehorn it in. It doesn't serve the story. I think it demeans the people they're trying to elevate. It like demeans them. Like they can't write a good story with them in there like that. You have to just shoehorn it in, force feed it. I don't think it accomplishes what they are trying to, or what they think it accomplishes. I think it does the opposite. So that's my take. But actually, after watching that trailer, I think I might watch it. And I sold all my She-Hulk #1s. I sold them all because I'm like, the show's going to be terrible. Nobody's going to want these books. I sold them all off, and now I'm like, well,
you saw. So you.
I actually have a shred of hope about this.
So the ship hasn't been. So wait a minute. The ship didn't go underway. You already said that it's sunk.
Yeah, after watching
before it even started,
series,
before it even went on deployment, you said it's sunk.
Yeah, see what happened with this last movie, and kind of watching the way Loki went. I'm like, okay, we're gonna go overboard with this. But
you are right.
I got a different feel from this. I really think the show is going to be better.
I mean, it's going to show
hopefully it will.
They're going to show women, running things, but the men run.
Women have been running everything in the last 20 Marvel productions. What are you talking about?
What?
Yeah, I don't want this could easily get into like a political thing, but anybody with sense can see what they're doing, who has any kind of what's the word, discernment, can see what they're doing. But it's more like they're trying to force you what you should think versus just putting up a good story. That's why I said before, I'm just really cautious about what I watch anymore.
James said it good. He said it can't be as bad as it.
Yeah, that was another good example. And I still haven't watched that movie because of what I know they were trying to do. But anyways, I mean, like I said, people are going to have their opinions, and the if it's a good story, people are going to see it.
Yeah, right. If it's a good story, it doesn't matter who.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody's take on Moon Knight wasn't shown in their.
It's a bait and switch.
Omar, it's not a political channel. It's just you can't help but talk about what they're forcing in the movies. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be just a movie, but when they're forcing it in every single thing that you watch, you can't help but talk about it.
Right. And what I'm saying here, Omar,
100%.
is I'm hoping that She-Hulk can turn the corner on that. Is what I'm really hoping for.
Yeah.
Like, I think they need a strong, really compelling female character. I'm rooting for it. I'm hoping they do it. So it isn't like this is something that
Well, Omar he was saying
tell a good story. Make a good, compelling female character. We need it. They have Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was at least the first movie was great, right? So we need something on that par, and I'm hoping this could do it. You've got a highly educated woman who is a lawyer, and she also, has the physique of a superhero.
Yeah, Morris is right. We only have one female movie out of 20. Yeah, you're right. We got Miss Marvel coming, and we got the Captain. But what MT was saying to me before, he tried to bail out on She-Hulk, but he's seeing the trailer and is like, I really am going to watch it.
I'm going to give it a chance.
Yeah, it piqued his interest. So.
But you're probably more of a fan than all of us because you've read the content.
Yeah, I've actually read the whole comics, so it isn't like something I don't spend my money on. I do.
The only thing so here's the thing that I've always had trouble with She-Hulk was when she was first introduced, she was kind of like muscular and stuff. But in this one, she's not really muscular. She's just like a normal woman, but she's just green. Did I get that right when I saw the trailer?
No, she looks
No,
like
she's
She was
she looks like
buff.
a Jazzer
Was she
Star.
buff?
yeah, she's
She was
supposed to be
but
buff.
she don't. But I mean, there are women like that. I mean,
She's
Yeah.
not bodybuilder buff. She's still
She
feminine.
when she's like that, she's like a half her strength, but then she needs to get mad, and then she really turns into.
I
very.
mean, this is a
Yeah.
very good example of what she's like. All right, she's not.
But what I'm saying is, in the first one, she was a normal person, and then she
agree with
turns
that.
green.
I
and
agree with
big.
that, Omar S. He's saying that Captain America, but they were trying to do that for the war.
Yeah, Omar, we get that, but they
So
don't
did
tell the
Batman
story.
and Superman. They were into the war as well.
She was
you know?
diabetes buff.
What?
Andy,
Oh.
she was diabetes buff.
Right. You tell good stories. You can weave that in a good story. It doesn't need to be the entire focus or like distract you from the story.
I'll tell you a good example with whatever Kevin Smith did to He-Man. He completely destroyed He-Man from the Netflix.
Yeah, I heard.
I mean, that's a good example, Omar, of what they're trying to do. But
I mean, man, they don't have classics. This is the classics right here. You can't replicate that. Man.
That's Transformers, man. It's completely different.
I mean, you get what? You get Beast Wars and Beast Machine. I mean, I don't know what that is.
I got you, Omar. I got you. Oh, mean text.
That was you?
Nah, that wasn't me, man.
That was you, wasn't it?
You got the mean text. Nah, man. Hey, my hands are free, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm working on my website.
Well,
it was all good, but
because we're approaching the witching hour.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do one more giveaway. I got one more.
It was just these two topics, anyways, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody wants,
I got
to
a
say
book
it,
to
I'm
give
cool
away. If
with
you don't
that.
want to give that away, you're not giving that away, are you? I saw
I
what
mean,
you.
it don't matter if you want to give away a book. It don't matter.
Give that away.
Okay, well, put it back. Okay, what you
That's
got to give away then?
book, man.
What do you got to give away?
I got a quadruple signed flash book.
Then we talked about She-Hulk. You got to give us She-Hulk #1.
I thought Edmund was giving that one away.
Who's that signed by?
Oh, I don't know.
Wow.
Okay. I have
See, Carlos said it right. Give away She-Hulk. Who's it signed by?
Like, I'm not giving it away because most of my She-Hulk books are the more valuable keys that I've got left, or the Greg Horn covers, and I don't sell Greg Horn covers unless I've got 3 of them. I don't know. I'm assuming it's everybody over here that's listed.
Oh yeah, I think I see Booth. I think I recognize Booth's signature, Brett Booth. He's a great artist.
Ralph Munda's on there. Dollhouse is in the middle. Okay, triple signed, not quadruple signed. Michael gave this away for a free giveaway. I won the race. I'm happy to pass this along. I'm not a Flash guy, but
cool.
Hey, I love metallic ink signed books. So that at least does it.
All right, we're gonna put a starting line, and we're gonna put in.
How are you doing this? You're just running the same race, right? And adding a couple of people?
We're just gonna, whoever's in, just y'all put in, and then he'll give away the book.
And like, and I talked to Omar about this. I believe I talked to Omar about this. Is like, and I guess I don't want to keep beating a dead horse here. It seems like they feel this need to like beat down and depower classic Marvel heroes to elevate others, and I don't see that being necessary. I think there's plenty of room for everybody to shine, and I don't like the direction the Marvel's going with that. But
hey, do we want to put Spider-Girl in there twice and Joey Baggett Evans since we missed them, or what do we want to do? Or just start over? Paul?
It's not my show. Blame Paul. Paul, what are we doing, buddy?
We'll get them in for sure. Because
Paul's on mute. Paul Comics. Paul.
I'll put him in there twice.
He's got to be on mute and volume down. You gonna weigh in here, Paul? You're on mute.
I think Paul's just hosing us. I don't believe he's on mute.
He is on mute. You can see his icon there.
Okay.
I don't care. Whatever you want to do, Strictly. You're running the race. You call it how you see it.
All right, I'm just populating the thing. We're gonna do it. We're gonna spin a wheel.
Bust a deal. Face the wheel.
All right, I'll put the inline and we will do a race.
I got it, Paul.
All right, hold on. Let me put the. Did you put the inline? Okay.
I'll go ahead and put it in.
I'll put it in.
So I'm gonna pass this comic karma along. Get you a triple signed Flash. You said this was an homage book, right, Paul? Weren't you the one that told me that?
Yeah, it's like a Flash 221 homage or something like that.
Looks like 75th anniversary or something.
Right, from like when the Golden Age Flash met the Silver Age. Yep.
And I read the crossover where they had the race between all the speedsters in DC and Marvel, and the Flash was the fastest of them all, apparently. Although I still lean more towards the Wizard or Quicksilver.
I thought he should have been faster than Superman since that was his only power.
One would think, but Superman is the Ubermensch.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I actually watched one of those animated DC movies here, and I usually can't get through those because it was on HBO, and then Flash was kind of the main character in that one, and wasn't terrible.
You know, people probably don't remember back, but they had a halfway decent Flash show that ran one season on CBS in 1990.
Do you remember, Mr. Jackal? Do you remember the old 50s Superman cartoon where they had the Nikola Tesla towers that powered all the robots? And he fought the robots that were under the Tesla towers. And that mad scientist that was depicted in that cartoon was actually Nikola Tesla.
Really?
Yep.
No. You know, the big stuff from the 50s that ran from 51 to 57 was Adventures of Superman with George Reeves.
Well, that was on TV, right?
Yeah. That was a primetime TV program, and it was in color the last few years in the 50s.
Yeah, this was at the end, and it was all in color. It is a really cool Superman movie. Someone look at it. It's probably on YouTube. It's well worth the watch.
All right, I'm all ready when you guys are.
Let's do it.
All right. All right, let me share my screen. All right, so I'm just gonna spin it. Like I don't see a shuffle option. So all the names are here: Daniel Castro, Mr. Jim, for Pete Saki, Joshua Craft, Comic Trash, Chris, Who, Caleb, Jason D, so on and so forth. Starscream, Joey Bag of Sevens. I think
we're gonna do a spin the wheel.
Yeah, we're just gonna spin the wheel. Joey Bag of Sevens on here twice, as well as Spider Girl 69 because I think we missed them the last one. But let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
Rebecca said, "Let's go."
Rebecca wants to get in.
That was fast.
Damn, right, Comic Tracks.
Well, now
you got it. Yep.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Brax, you lucky dog. All
Lucky
right,
man.
well,
Lucky
I
man.
will put this. I've got another book for you, I think, in the box.
I don't know if I like that wheel. It was too.
Yeah,
that was like fast.
Was
There was like
yeah.
No drama there.
That was fast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Trax.
All right, Trax. I appreciate it, buddy.
At least I think.
All right, we'll great topics tonight. Thanks for everybody that showed up tonight. and we'll say the outros each person, and then we'll ride. Okay, go ahead, MT. Or unless y'all got something else y'all want to talk about.
No, I'm good. Thanks for having me on, Paul. I appreciate it. Good conversation. I think we brought some certainly some things I didn't quite know the full story on CVCS, so it was good to kind of get people's take on that. And I think we're talking about as much as it gets a little bit in the hot button area. I think it's stuff we need to talk about if we want the MCU and the comic book market to continue to thrive and grow and bring new people in. Sometimes we've got to have tough conversations, but thanks for having me on. I appreciate it, Carlos. Thanks for hosting, Mr. Strictly, for letting us use his StreamYard channel to do this, and Paul, thanks for inviting me, buddy. Always love being on with you, and Mr. Jackal too.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Jack.
Well, let me just say, I always enjoy these discussions and myriad of opinions, and everybody has their own opinion. It doesn't mean that somebody's right and somebody's wrong. But it's good to express these things, and even the majority's not always right. So, like I said, it's a lot of fun. I thought they were good topics tonight. So I will look forward to the She-Hulk, and I look forward to seeing Doctor Strange. And as far as the like I said, I pretty much made my feelings about the grading companies made just out of so many years of experience. But my plea is, give me my damn books back. You've had them for 13 friggin' months. And, that's fast track. I mean, how long do you think people live? I ain't no spring chicken. So, there you go. Thanks to everybody that showed up tonight. Thanks to this expert panel, a lot of experience here, and thanks to the people in the chat that had a lot to say. And I'm glad Paul invited me. I've enjoyed this, so I think I'm helping Paul out next week too. So we'll see how it goes.
All right. And we're going to Mr. Strictly. Thank you for showing up today.
Yeah, I don't have much to say except that tomorrow we're going to do a 1 hour later start time for the auction. So the auction will start at 9:30 Eastern tomorrow, and I think it's a permanent time slot. So we'll be starting an hour later from now on with the auctions. I think they're all going to be 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, I appreciate it. And to me, thank y'all for showing up. We had up to 30 people here. Two good topics. I'm going to be watching the She-Hulks here. I watch all of them, and I'm going to watch the Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, yeah, MegaCon. And, tune in on Thursday for Strictly. Me, Strictly, and Edwin will be there. Mm-hmm. And I guess tune in for General, man. You showed up all late, man. But tune in for Beta Ray Action Auction with MT.
Nope.
Whatever. Action Auction. And Sunday we will be doing the affordable auction. Carlos won't be here, but great turnout tonight. I appreciate it. And tune in on Monday on this channel for Monday Hauls with MT.
Yeah.
I think Comic Track's doing it. And then Wednesday, me and Edwin. And if Strictly wants to come back or MT, more welcome to, or I may get General on here. Maybe get a couple other guys on here. We'll talk some other topics. And appreciate it. And Paul Takeover Wednesday went down successfully.
I think it was successful. Good job.
Yeah, don't worry, Omar. You didn't get me in trouble.
Oh, he's getting mean texts.
I'm getting another one again. But appreciate it.
All right.
We will see y'all next Wednesday.
See you guys. Thank you.
Bye everybody.